Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to another Lunch with Lisa and Mara. I'm Lisa Warner. I am joined by my co-creative genius, soul sister, Mara Leon S. And we are together, Lisa and Mara's Magical Mystery School for Whole Being Healers. Welcome.
Yay. Thank you. Yeah, it's great to be doing this right now. It's great to be feeling healthy, happy, energetic, and connected to you and to whoever is watching this right now.
And to all of our beautiful students who are whole being healers. We're so excited about creating this amazing life transforming community. So today we wanted to talk about how to be an empowered self healer, because this is what we are doing. This is what we are helping to create, a world of empowered self healers.
Yeah, because that's what the world needs. That's what we all need. That's what we all are. So the I would say the first thing about creating it is having the attention.
Right.
Just choosing it, choosing to create it, choosing to be an empowered self healer. I know that's what you and me did. We kind of were two people who didn't really feel like we had a choice because, I mean, not in the sense of not having a choice the way the world makes us feel, but not having a choice not to, because within us was so strong the voice, the feeling, the knowing that the body heals itself, the knowing that we're not meant to be, sick and tired and all those things. So it's like an obvious choice for you and me. And I think in the times we're in now, it's maybe starting to become more obvious for others. They're starting to feel that as well.
Yeah. It was very clear to me that we're not here on this planet to suffer. We're not here to be sick. We're not here to try to survive life. And it was really clear to me when I found myself facing cancer that our bodies are designed to heal themselves. Every time I had a cut, a bruise, a break, a sprain, a cold, a flu, my body always healed itself. So
Yeah.
it didn't make any sense to me that my body wouldn't be able to do the same thing given the circumstances I was in at the time. So my whole uh, approach was to learn how to trust my body, how to provide my body the conditions that would allow it to heal itself.
Well, yeah, exactly. And it feels like we shouldn't have to do that, right? Like those conditions should already be present. And, in a perfect world, they would be, and they are. Um, Unfortunately, that's not the world we live in yet.
Right? Not at this
And
time.
yeah, we're here to create that. We are here to create that. That's what we came here for. So realizing that is a big part of it. Realizing, who I am and what I'm here to do, and accepting that charge, accepting that mission, accepting that um, role.
Yep. When I decided not to use the medical model in my healing process, I realized that it really wasn't a very healthy model to begin with. So I set out to find the people who would teach me how to heal myself. And after an extensive search, I didn't find anybody who was teaching self healing.
Mm.
And maybe there are tons of people out there doing it, and I just wasn't meant to find them. But I still haven't found a whole lot of people that are teaching self healing. And so learning how to heal myself, I realized along that journey how simple it actually was. It didn't have to be a long, drawn out, complicated journey. It took me far longer than it's taking our students now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What we're starting to notice with our students and what they're starting to notice is, it's okay to use like holistic practitioners. It's okay to like connect with and utilize healing modalities or herbal remedies or things like that. And what we're teaching and learning now is that we've been so conditioned to want to feel like we need to fight something or fix something or get someone else to fix it, get someone else to tell us what's wrong and then how to fix it, and to take something to fix it. And all those things are not getting us in touch with how the body heals itself. So we're in that transitional period now where we can still utilize things like that and it's okay, but at the same time becoming aware and making that transition to, well, how am I feeling right now? And am I like how am I feeling about how I'm feeling right now? How am I feeling about what my body is doing right now? And if it's scaring me, can I look at it sort of peacefully, and can I learn to tune into, well, is there really a scary thing going on or not? And let my body tell me so that I know, whether I'm just being scared because of the conditioning.
Right? We have all been taught to fear our bodies. We've been taught to disrespect our bodies, to judge our bodies, to not honor the body's intelligence. We haven't even been allowed to know that our bodies are indeed intelligent. Our bodies are constantly communicating with us, but we have been taught to not listen to our own bodies, that we have to listen to the doctors, do what the doctor says, trust the doctor, rather than trusting our own bodies or trusting our own inner knowing. So as long, we have been taught to outsource all of our own organic innate intelligence, including our body's intelligence. And when we outsource that, when we give that away, when we're told to overlook all of that, we can't access that anymore if we're overlooking it, if we're looking for somebody else to fix it, to tell us what to do. So the whole process of learning how to be an empowered self healer is the process of self mastery, the process of learning how to reconnect to the divine intelligence that's inside, that has never gone away, it has never disappeared, but our consciousness has been kind of tricked into looking for intelligence out there. Let's find the artificial intelligence that is so far superior to human intelligence. And
Right.
we don't even realize that our own intelligence is no longer organic. We have been trained with all of these artificial ideas of what life is supposed to be and what we're supposed to do, and all of these things. And we're looping around and around and around in our head of all of these unresolvable problems because the problems don't belong to us. We can't solve the problem because it's not the problem that belongs to us.
Mm-hmm.
And when we are not listening to our own bodies, when we're not listening to our own inner guidance, when we're not acknowledging our own divine intelligence, we get in some real sticky situations.
Right. And what we're seeing now is it's a lot about trust. It's like the places where we've put our trust are the places that maybe didn't didn't I don't want to say didn't.
Deserve our trust.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't necessarily the places where we should be putting our trust. And and we've kind of learned not to trust ourselves, our bodies, our own intuition, our connections with each other, our connections with nature, our connection to God, to Source. Um, all of these are the things that we are now getting back in touch with trusting. And that process is so beautiful, so exciting. And the results, it seems like, oh, it's just a little thing. Yeah, it'd be nice. I can trust myself. That's nice. No, when you really do it, it's a whole different world. It's a whole different life. It's a whole different connection with your body in a way that promotes healing, promotes wellness, well being, promotes joy and peace and prosperity and love and all the things we want, connection.
Exactly. When we're living in a world that is based on competition and war and battle, one side against the other side, the division. Well, the division on the outside, the stuff that we see in the external world, is the reflection of the division that has happened inside our own selves, the division from our bodies, like the disconnect between body and mind, the disconnect between the body and the soul, the disconnect between the mind and the soul. When we are three separate pieces, body, mind, and soul, and they're treated as three completely separate things, we have a war going on inside. There's a division, a fracture inside ourselves.
Right.
And our cells then reflect the fracture. Our bodies are not being attacked by diseases. They're calling out to us, are you going to mend the fracture?
Right? That's what I was going to say. Like, that's what we're here to heal. That disconnection, that fracture, that is within ourselves, but it's also reflected out. We're all experiencing that in one way or another. Like, that's what our society has been doing, has created, intentionally or unintentionally. I mean, it's all part of the process, right? And what we're here for at this time is to heal that. And healing it within ourselves is the way that we do it. And coming together with each other is how we heal it within ourselves. Because doing it on our own, the way you and I did, yeah, it works, but it takes a long time, and we kind of need to do it a little quicker at this point, I think.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. It's when you're on your own individual path and you're not following the mainstream, it becomes very, very difficult to have conversations with people when you're no longer on the same page, when you have moved beyond and you start to open up to new awarenesses, new ideas, more true knowings. And once you know something, you can't unknow it. Like once you see something, you can't unsee it. Once you know how the body actually heals itself, and once you know how that process happens, when you talk to others who are saying, well, my doctor tells me this, and I have to go for this procedure, and it's like blah, 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 blah. Like you can't, there's no more connection there because it's very difficult to talk to them because when you're saying, well, I'm just healing myself, they're like, oh, right.
Right.
They don't have any context for that. They can't
and then it
beyond the
causes
program.
doubt, right? And then it causes doubts within you.
Yep.
If you're around all the people who, I know this is what I've experienced and even still do sometimes, where I'm seeing all this and it around me, and I'm like, am I crazy? And I have to remind myself, no, I've had years and years of seeing results. I've had years and years of experiencing exactly what we're talking about, exactly what we're teaching, and seeing other people get results in. So it's like but still there can be that doubt, when other people aren't, they don't have any experience of it. And so this is why, also another reason why we come together is because the more we come together and focus on this together and get to that knowing and strengthen that knowing and strengthen the healing process so that it's just undeniable, then the more people show up, the more people we can support, the easier it becomes. This is what I've been saying since we started doing this work together, Lisa, is, the thing that, and I'll put it in the past now, the thing that made self-healing difficult was that we were trying to do it alone. And we don't have to do that anymore.
Right.
And when you don't do it alone, it's actually not difficult.
It's very
It can
simple.
be
It's so
simple, beautiful,
natural. It
fun.
happens automatically. We don't have to make the healing happen.
Yeah.
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 It's so beautiful to be creating this community of empowered self-healers, people that we can have these conversations with. And these are the people that we're surrounded with on the daily basis. So
Right.
self-healing is just completely natural and normal for us, because these are the people that we're surrounded with. Like we're no longer surrounded by the naysayers, the ones who look at us as, crazy. Oh, you didn't wear a mask, you didn't do you're the bad one. Like, it's really difficult to live when you're being told that you're wrong, that you're doing something terrible, and like, oh my gosh, wait a sec. But when you're surrounded by people who really understand this process and are willing to stand in their own inner knowing, it's
Yeah.
very empowering and it's very expansive.
Yes. And it's very I want to say attractive, but I don't
Yeah.
mean, but yeah, it attracts um, more of that. So it's like, rather than, like, I used to feel so judgmental or frustrated, with people that I could see still weren't getting it, and in one way or another. And and then I'm making myself superior to them, and that doesn't work, right? But it's because I wasn't getting that level of support, and I wasn't giving that level of support to people who were actually wanting it and ready for it, and understanding it. And now that we are doing that, I can be out in the world and see people and just have nothing but compassion for them and just beam love out to them. And then I'm finding that people are starting to be attracted to me, to us, whenever I think about, oh, I want to attract someone who's ready to talk about this. And then they show up randomly, seemingly randomly. And so it really generates more and more of that.
Yeah. And there's so much, since the whole 2020 debacle, it was really easy to go, oh my God, there's nobody else like me here in my community. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anybody like me. But now that we have started to create this beautiful community, and we start to see there are people like us, there are people who are ready to stand in their power, there are people who see through the facade of what's being shown to us, and there are people who are really interested in restoring heaven on earth and restoring health to not only themselves but to the earth and to humanity, and seeing a thriving ecosystem here. And when we go out into the community now, we're automatically, just like Mara was just saying, we're automatically starting to see those people, to be able to feel the heart connection with those people from a distance. We just automatically get drawn together. Just the energy pulls us together in a
Yeah.
beautiful, organic way.
Yeah, it's amazing. So it's like self-healing, we're getting in touch with our own bodies and our own selves. And that then supports the connection with others, where yeah, that's so cool. I'm realizing that now, because it was just the other day that this showed up, where, somebody showed up that you knew, and I didn't. And I was watching the two of you talk, and I was just feeling into, how is this person feeling about what you're saying? And I could feel that it was good. It wasn't on their face. That was like, you really couldn't tell. but I could feel it before they responded to you. And then I was able to validate it when they did respond positively. I was like, yes, I got it right. So that's really nice. It's really nice to have validation of that intuitive connection to ourselves and then to each other. And, we're seeing this improve relationships in our own lives and relationships in the lives of our students. It's so beautiful.
It is. And when we start feeling comfortable in our own skin and we start to love the body that we're in and we start to love the life that we're living, we start to love ourselves and to know that there is nothing wrong with the body, that the body is supporting us in every moment of every day. When we learn that deep inner trust within ourselves, it is incredibly empowering to not have to go looking for somebody else to fix it for me. Is
Mm.
so empowering to know that I can just stand in my power and express mastery is amazing. It's a whole new ball game.
Right? And do it peacefully. It's like there's something about empowerment that sort of had a negative connotation of, being powerful is like having power over other people.
Yeah.
No, that's not what it is.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just a solid, strong, an inner strength, an inner knowing, an inner confidence that then becomes an outer confidence that other people um, receive in a way that is supportive to them. It doesn't hurt or upset other people, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so beautiful what we're creating together. It's such an honor to be able to create this mystery school with you and to bring back the secrets, all of the stuff that how the universe works. It's not a secret, but it has been kept secret on the planet. And now is the time to open the treasure chest and allow all of those secrets that have been hidden from us and to come back out again. To, they've always been there, all of these truths of how the universe works, how our bodies heal themselves, how we can live peacefully and joyfully and abundantly together on this planet. It's time for all of that wisdom to be unveiled. And that's
Yes.
what we're doing.
Yes, we said yes to that. And that brings me to what I was thinking about our topic today about being an empowered self-healer is about, I lost my train of thought. What did you just say? Oh man, I can't believe I did that.
Well, I mean, it's really about allowing ourselves to, pull the veil back, pull the curtain back to
Mm,
see how the universe actually works instead of
yeah,
just following the guidelines. We're just taught, oh, if your body has a symptom, oh no, this is horrible. Go to the doctor, get a pill, find out what's wrong with you. And we're just trained in that. So it becomes an automatic response. And
uh,
now we see how that has created a very unhealthy society.
yeah,
And when we allow ourselves to just step back for a moment and say, what else is possible? What evidence do I have that my body heals itself? Well, ever since I was a kid, a break, a sprain, a blister, a bruise, like, oh, well, that's a lot of evidence that I personally have
yeah,
has shown me in direct experience that my body is designed to heal itself. And if my body is designed to heal itself for all of those instances, and if it can heal itself from all of those things, then it can heal itself from everything. So, why am I being told that I need to have body parts cut off or I need to have, really radical pharmaceutical treatments? Or Like, why? Like, it didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But to not do that was like, oh my gosh, if I don't do that, people are going to think I'm crazy. They're going to, they're going to shun me. It's like, how do we overcome all of that?
Yeah.
None of that needs to occur in our lives anymore.
Yes.
We connect to the universal wisdom that has always been there, and we start to let that back out from inside, and it changes everything.
Thank you. Thank you. You brought it back to me. I got it. Thank you. To be an empowered self-healer is to say yes. Say yes, I want to be. Yes, I know that I am. Yes, I know that I can be. I know that I naturally am. To say yes to that part inside of you that feels what we're saying right now, that can feel the yes in that, and then say, yes, I'm going to step into this, which is what you and I did. And when I said yes and stepped into this, it was uncomfortable. It was scary. It was like, whoa, what am I saying yes to? But I felt it and I couldn't deny it. And so I was willing to say yes to it. And one thing I've learned is that being willing to feel the inner yes and follow that not only produces results, it just brings like amazingness into my life. And I don't know what it's going to look like, because that's the whole thing. I'm saying yes to something that I'm feeling, rather than having it all figured out and completely understanding it. You cannot understand the principles we're talking about right now without experiencing them. So, but you can feel the inner yes to it. And that's what we're prompting you to notice.
Right? Saying yes to ourselves, saying yes to our bodies, saying yes to our divine inner knowing, saying yes to that call of the soul, saying yes to the things that we're drawn to, saying yes to that small voice inside that gets steamrolled by the loud messages of the external world. But to be able to say no to the external world and say yes to the internal world turns everything outside in.
And then inside out. That's saying yes to who we're really here to be and what we're here to do. Even if we, again, haven't experienced yet, we don't fully understand it yet. I remember years ago, I started to get the inkling, we hadn't come to this yet. But what Keith and I were doing in our life was already starting to move us in that direction. And I didn't know what it was going to look like, but I could feel that it was something really important. And the question is, am I going to say yes to this? Am I going to allow this to unfold in my life and, see where it leads? And so the fact that it's led to this now is so beautiful. I'm glad I said yes.
Right? Oh, me too. Oh my goodness. Yeah. We are here to create heaven on earth. We're here to create a healthy, happy society. It's not going to create itself. And certainly the governments of the world are not going to create it. If they were going to create that, it would have been created long ago.
Right? We would not be complaining.
Right? My goodness. So, we have to take our lives into our own hands. We have to create beautiful lives for ourselves, but we can't do it by ourselves.
Right.
It's creating together. And when we do this as a group, and this ever growing group, what happens is when we start being happy, healthy, empowered humans, we don't want to play in those old games anymore. We don't want to play in lack and in debt and in disease and in this group versus that group. It's not interesting. It's not healthy. It's not fulfilling in any way, shape, or form, but standing in your own power and doing what you came here to do, to be the light you are. Now that's amazing.
Right? And being your authentic self and allowing others to be their authentic selves, so that we're agreeing on principles, but we're each doing it our own way. Each of our healing processes, whatever it is. And we're just supporting each other and experiencing that and seeing the beauty in each of us, seeing the beauty in ourselves and each other, where before we were judging ourselves and each other. It's just awesome.
Yeah. And so to be an empowered self-healer, it's really stepping into the leadership role we each came here for. Because first and foremost, we have to lead our bodies back to health.
Yeah.
We can't buy health. Nobody else can be healthy for us. It takes us stepping up into the leader that we came here to be, to step up into the authentic self. So the body is prompting us when the body isn't functioning the way we want it to. The body is saying, hey, are you going to be who you came here to be? Or are you going to continue to stay sidetracked?
Right. And when we say the body, that can also be the mind. That can also be the thoughts. That's part of that whole thing. The discomfort might be in your body. It might also be in your mind, in your emotions. I've experienced that a lot myself, and it can sometimes be more uncomfortable, more challenging, more upsetting, frustrating, whatever, than the other. And so learning to clear that, learning to rebalance in those ways, that's all part of the healing process.
Yeah. We're taught that healing comes in a pill and that it's all about the body. It's not true. We cannot heal the body all by itself. We have to heal the mind and the soul at the same time. We have to be a whole being. We cannot be a fractured being.
Mm-hmm.
So whole being healing. This is what we're doing. This is what we are creating. Lisa and Mara's Magical Mystery School for whole being healers. Are you a whole being healer? Does this resonate with you? Are you still in a healing process and you would like to speed it up a little bit, to have some more support, to be able to stand in your own inner knowing, to be able to start stepping away from the structures that are keeping us sick, keeping us in lack, keeping us in separation, keeping us divided from ourselves and each other? Are you ready to be the whole being healer you're meant to be?
Yes.
If so, come to wholebeinghealing.life and see what we're doing. Check it out. Our next course will be starting in January of 2026. So it's not too far away from the time that we're recording this in early November. The holidays are coming up. And right after the holidays, this is when we start the new year. And that's when we go into our New Year's resolve and we go, I'm going to do this thing this year. This is the year I'm going to do this thing. So let this be the year that you do this thing called you, the healthy, happy you.
Yes. Yeah, it's time. It's time. I'm not speaking to anyone individually. You'll feel it, you'll know it if it's your time. But I'm saying in general, it is time. It is our time. It is the time. So if you feel that, check out what we're doing. Feel if it resonates. Reach out and connect with us. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, there are two parts of our mystery school. The first part is the whole being healing course, where we really get the knowledge, the information, the information, the truth that comes from inside. And we start putting that into practice. We start solidifying our inner knowing, start recognizing who we truly are and the power that we actually have. And then for those who want to, who feel called to be a leader, a healer, to help others heal themselves, we have leadership training where you get to become the leader you are and start teaching these materials with us, start facilitating these courses to help others know this as well. This is how we are expanding our magical mystery school. It's so beautiful to watch these processes from
That's
the
what I was
time
about to
somebody
say.
becomes the whole being healer to the time they step into mastery, and he is just phenomenal.
Yeah, it is so beautiful. Yeah, our first group of leaders is getting close to completion of their training right now, and it is just so beautiful to witness. So they'll be coming forward soon.
Yes. Stay tuned. Come to
Yeah.
wholebeinghealing.life. Check out the mystery school, see what we're doing. If it resonates, please sign up for an enrollment call. Doesn't mean you have to enroll, but come and have a conversation with us to find out if this is the right next step for you. If it's not, we'll let you know. Like, we're not here to sell anything. We're here to help empower people. So there's no obligation in that call. But if you feel called, connect with us and let's see what we can do together.
All right.
So thank you so much for joining us today for another Lunch with Lisa. I'm Lisa Warner, here with my beautiful soul sister, Mara Leon S.
Thank you, Lisa. Such a pleasure. Thank you, everyone. We love you. Have a beautiful day.
Bye for now.
Bye.